Hello, folks. We're back for more VoD review. We've got C9 versus Loud coming up next, covering, well, I covered the LTA North games. We're playing the LTA South this weekend. Led to some decent games. C9, maybe a favorite going into the upcoming weekend, which will decide our Split 1 champs and who represents us internationally. Excited to dive into the tape and see if we agree or not. That said, follow me everywhere at CubbyXX. I stream these live on Twitch.tv, and likes, comments, and subs help the channel out a lot. So that being said, let's dive on into it. Anyway. Game 1. Ooh, we have Cassante being first picked with Skarner up. Let's go C9. I actually do agree with this, especially if Jace is off the board. I think Cassante is, like, just the problem. I think he's a big problem champ. And you can find ways to play into Skarner. We'll see if C9 is able to do. Poppy Azir Varus taken off the board. Loud respond with Skarner Ezreal. Zyra Corky. So poke profile for C9 showing early. Leona to try and break. I'm fine with this. Leona really nice against Zyra to try and play for picks. Bot lane is decided. We ban out Ashe and Ally. I think Ally makes sense when you're showing this duo. Doesn't make sense for Ezreal, but that's okay. Do like the Aurora pick. This has been a big pick for C9. So I actually think that Loki's been playing quite well. And also the Yone ban, that's Loki's like most played champ in solo queue if you look at his accounts for like the last like X amount of years. Also the Mel ban. Interesting. Maybe they're just trying to take away the poke and like early game profile. I do like the Talia ban this game. I think Talia ban actually makes a lot of sense. Be a way to like overload Zyra and make plays. Hui though, to answer. So definitely really positive lane phase against Aurora. And then a Rel. I do like how Rel interacts with Skarner a lot. So I like the Rel pick this game. And then it is an Olaf. So we have a chance to economic victory as Robo Olaf. We have to get going on this pick, though. I think the big keys for me with Olaf is, can the other team kill you? I actually think that Corky's a decent AD for doing this. He can burst you, so I don't think this is the greatest Olaf angle of all time. Frankly, I would rather see, I think, a Jax or an Ambessa, but that's okay. We're going to try the Olaf. Anyway, here we go. Loud, really popular org. I mean, look at the, dude, if we're going to talk about the sponsors 1v1, Snickers and Mentos, let's go. Big time. And, oh, I mean, we didn't even actually talk about Route as an AD. Route's a pretty decent player. Level 1 with the Olaf Ezreal can definitely look for wards. C9 were able to answer. Actually got, although, dude, look at Thanatos. I actually like this from C9. They C4, they get deep wards on each side, so their scouting for the lane swaps really good. They can't get the Thanatos of this timer. That's nice from C9. I actually really, really like that. Really, really like that. I think especially on blue side with how like where that tri-brush is at, top side, you can get away with this. And then they spot Robo crossing mid. And they go for the lane swap. So lane swap scenario again, Olaf pretty much scales off of the economy that he has. Shutting down Olaf, really important early on. Going to swap into him. I think this is right. Cassante going to be much better in this scenario. Yeah, and he can't get anything. So this is where, again, I think it's warranted to actually take XP from mid. Or just have the Olaf Ezreal like lane top together. And send Leona mid. There's no way Cassante can approach that wave, by the way, if you do that. I don't know why they swapped. But this is scouted for me. They did see Vulcan kill that ward, and then C9, I think, just bluffed him. They just went all the way bot. So maybe that's why Loud, like what Loud thought, but yeah. They lost the Gamba. High key, I actually really would have liked it if Loud duoed Robo and Route, got the Olaf level 2, and went from there. I think that Cassante, there's no fucking way that you can approach a wave against Olaf Ezreal. You get ran. I think that's actually like a good solution to a lane swap in this game. But yeah, I mean, you can bluff that. He's still on top side of the map. They might have thought it was just too late. Yeah, Thanatos gets 2. Robo's level 1. I mean, this already sucks. Blabber yoinks this. Really well done. Blabber got a full clear off. 303. Nice. That's a really I mean, that's a really fast full clear. Don't get the play versus these swaps enough. Okay, let's see the dive. I mean, this dive is terrible. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I have no words. I will say, I think that the talk about scrims and better practice and dives, like, guys, you can watch other tape and emulate this. It's so fucking early in the game. You can figure out ways to repeat this. I don't think it's as much about the scrims and the practice as people are making it out to be. Like, yes, if you're going against better players every single day of your life, you are going to get better. Better practice will make you better, but there are other resources and other things you can watch that actually can help you with these kinds of things. I think that's my frustration about the whole conversation. Again, I've been sitting here doing these VoD reviews like for the last 6 months being like, hey, try and draft top laners to play 3 lanes level 1. When can you split XP versus when you don't? How do you respond? Like, when is your support going to base and cover? Like, you can watch tape, figure out what to do in these drafts, and, like, try and rinse and repeat it. I mean, if you have, like, teams that are refusing to, like, scrim you and do that, then, like, don't fucking scrim them. You're loud. You're one of the top teams in your region. Find a team, whoever it is, that will actually swap into you and, like, try and play it out. And everyone can watch tape and learn. I sat in my team's collegiate scrims this past week. One of the questions that I asked, and I always ask, is, hey, what kind of content do you like? What players do you watch? Who do you digest that helps make you better at the game? That's a really fucking important part about being good at this game. You need to be a student. Whippo's right. I mean, Whippo's offering to be the teacher, but Whippo's always been a student of the game. You need to be a student of the game if you want to be a master. Oh, dear Lord Almighty. All right, this game's fucked. Nice swap from C9. And this is really, like, this is just really well played again. I think Blabber should have went for Wraps. And then Crab. And then he actually could have, like, helped dive and redive top. High key. Because he goes Crab and not Wraps first, if he goes Wraps into Crab, he would be in position to punish. Also, Skarner needs to hover. Yeah, Skarner not doing red buff here is super egregious. That's the other mistake. Wiz has to be red buff, Krugs, cover. Because if you're here to cover, you might be able to get an answer. And the way that Robo positions this is so fucking illegal. This is so fucking illegal. You cannot position like you have to recognize that Thanatos is trying to do that to you. I mean, definitely caught him off guard with a swap, but again, they aren't showing bot, and they want to swap into Olaf. Like, you have to realize where you're at in the game. Again, if Skarner wasn't on Wolves, if he was red Krugs, he's here to cover. So for me, like, Loud, again, really egregiously just doesn't understand, like, what's going on with the waves, like, in this game. The worst name swap she's ever seen? I would agree. I mean, our NACL teams do this way, 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 way better. I can 100% say that. I think it has to do with not understanding the game. I mean, name swaps are a fundamental of the game at this point. Every game you're seeing this. If I'm able to armchair coach, like, what camps you can take as a jungler, like, how you can position to, like, do this better, then yeah, you're fucking up. Blackpink World Tour dates announced. Probably the craziest thing I've heard in this chat, but that's cool. Shout out to K-pop fans that are enjoying that. I'm not one of them, but, you know, if that's you, good for you. All the activity with, like, the swaps and the sides, this has been pretty sound for Loki and mid. Just gets to kind of QE spam the wave and be chill. Keeping Aurora at least under turret, down a little bit in CS, but it's okay. Three-day trip from NorCal to France. Whoa. A big trip. I will say that I had a friend go see Taylor Swift in England because it was cheaper to go there than Miami, where they lived. Ghost level 1 to get 3 minions with Q. This game would have gone 100% better. Yes. You're 100% right, Psycho. 100%. I think that would have been completely warranted too. Or again, I think in this scenario, you pair Olaf Ezreal, put that in the duo lane, you soak 2, and then go from there. You can actually split the map that way and push Cassante off. Like, I think that, there's just no fucking way that Cassante can approach Olaf Ezreal. No way you can approach that level 1. Both those champions are so strong level 1. Yep. 100% Psycho, I'm with you. Yep. Nice. I mean, they got Aurora. This is for me kind of on Vulcan, right? Vulcan needs to hit this Q. That's bad. Loud though sacking mid to make this play is good. They sacked both waves to try and make this play. I mean, they need to make it work, but they did make it work. Nice, good execute. And they have to make this work, right? They at least get 2 grubs away. Grub setup? We're gonna say that? What are we thinking here, Psycho? Walking away? Yeah, they can 100% walk away to the... I will say that's an early of the season thing, and I've had beef with that too. I think that there's been a lot of moments where we've looked at stuff here and just been like, we can drop, right? Like, it's okay to drop. I think that's a little bit of an early season thing. Like, come playoffs, we're going to see... I mean, we are in playoffs. We're going to see more drops come split 2, for sure. This should be a drop, 100%. If they're going to sack both side waves to make this play, and we get out, it's so good. I think that Loki's flash is bad, because he's flashing to still contest this. Like, if Vulcan hits the Q and he flashes back, then Wiz has to flash follow. They can still make the play, but then it's way harder. Nice follow from Tin Owens and really nice follow from Winsome. So, well played. Let's go. I like the formation from C9. Like, Loki has no flash on Burns TP to go catch bot, but they're going to get the wave in, take Drake. All Blabber's camps are on this side of the map, so they can play the weak side of the Cassante and protect the way. I don't think Olaf's getting quite as starved out as they want, but it's still fine. Sheesh. What? I mean, why is route here? The control ward's down, so he's trying to contest it, right? I guess he... That's bad. Maybe he thought Wiz was closer? Yeah, I'm kind of... I don't know why this play was attempted. Yeah. I will say Hui versus Olaf. Well, you're flashless. You missed the... All right, that's not very respectful. I think that, again, this is a scenario where as Loki, you should be catching this wave, not playing for the wave, right? So that's not great. Good kill from Robo. Yeah, I mean, Robo's still down a level compared to the Cassante. Do you go Stride Breaker this game? That's necessary. I really hate the Hydra Olaf. I'd rather see Triforce Olaf than Hydra Olaf. Shout out Faisal. Actually, Psycho, do you know, is Faisal playing at all still? Or is he done? Faisal. Yeah. It's a bummer. I don't know if, like, he had the hands, like, to make it, because I just never thought as, like, Fiora, like, stuff like that was good enough, but it didn't mean that he was a bad player by any means. He was a good player. He was always a really, really, really competitive top laner in NACL. That's a bummer. I mean, honestly, guys, there's not much to talk about. I will say, this is probably the best draft I've seen from an LTA South team so far. But the lane swap was the worst that we've seen maybe ever. So why? I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the case, right? That's going to affect whether or not I'm casting or not, right? It's having an impact on everyone. So.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cummy.
Adashawn, thanks for the follow. Or Adashawn. Honestly, I shouldn't say it's budget. It's more so the fact that, like, the games are, what, 1 p.m. Pacific on a weekday? Like, if I'm not getting paid well enough to, like, for full-time work, I can't... I'm 28. Going on 29. I can't cast. To what? And this is like 6 p.m. Okay, yeah. Get a remote job that runs East Coast time. Hey, man, remote work's dead. Also, Psycho, what days is it? 20% more productive in PJs? Nah, I like Office better. Wednesday, Friday? Okay. Yeah. Oh, Casante just TP out, lit. Oh, I mean... Wiz has to save the ult. Oh my dear Lord Almighty. Oh my goodness gracious. Nice flash. Well played from Thanatos. I think the flash R was warranted there from Thanatos to make sure he gets out. Well played. There's no rev share either. Lock myself out of the car, so I'm watching you in the cold. Oh, sorry, Dr. Professor Mr. J. I hope that you have keys or a way to get access to the car soon. Okay. We've not spent a lot of time talking about this game, guys. It has not been very interesting. Choose to promote to the main cast and why Kangas a great addition. I don't know. That's up to them. I really don't know. My girlfriend is coming, yeah. Nice. Hey, it happens to the best of us. I've done that before. I did it once as a kid. I was at a friend's house. It was actually kind of a cute story because it was the last time I spent time with the guy because he ended up passing away. It was my mom and me were taking a meal to someone that just was like fighting cancer. And he showed us all the birdhouses that he was making in the basement, and we got one, which is really nice. And I locked myself out of the car. Someone sees you watching Cubby with your hands. Oh, God. That's a good one. I mean, most people see that as a good safety feature. I will say that I like my 2017 car because it lacks a lot of tech. I wish I had more backup mirror techs, but I actually like having a techless car. I just want to connect my phone to media. That's about all I need. Okay, so we're making Olaf run the Narnia here. Someone's going to answer bot. I guess this is kind of an interesting passage of play. I do think that C9 needs to poke. Like, they don't want to take a fight on even footing, even with how far ahead they are. That's just what the comp wants to do. I think letting them hit Otacon is like actually checking the box for a poke condition. But now Robo shows bot, so they walk up. Nice from Tinones. Good chunk here from Tinones, actually. That's really good use of the W to get through the, go from bush to bush. Still, they dodge. I think Vulcan's going to look. This is a little bit risky. I think we spent a little bit too much time here as C9. Oh, no. Sven F flash? Yeah, that's my concern with Olaf. Like, the Corki does a lot of upfront damage if you're in range. I mean, this Olaf's, like, not in god-awful shape here. Oh, it's Death Stance second? I guess he's at least picking the AD person to go after. I don't know what Loud are doing here. Oh, I didn't get the stride breaker on this Ven either, which matters. Yeah. I mean, frankly, I don't know what Wiz is doing. That's the one for me. Wiz whiffed ults. I think some of it was he didn't respect like who had flash and who didn't. So I don't think they're doing a good enough job of tracking that and understanding like what to use where. Yeah, they do need to swap for grubs. That's just the meta right now. I don't know, guys. I mean, C9 looked good in this game. I think that Loud had the best draft that we've seen so far. It was just, like, between the lane swap and how they played fights, Loud played really poorly. I do want to give, like, I think Sven had a really, really nice game. I think Thanatos had a nice game, but, like, I mean, Loud did so much illegal shit early, it just made this game pretty easy for C9. Now we just get to push with Baron plus Otacon and go ham. Robo? TP back. Yeah, it's game. GG's. Game 2. Yeah, they had Jensen pointed them. Alright, game 2. Oh, no. Sedge first pick. Okay. And then Ari into Talia. At least you have some defense here. Ari into this is okay. And then Kaisa as well to play in and around this. Vi picked up. I think that you can see the Vi coming for sure. I think that's why they went Ambessa Talia. I think the core here for Loud's decent. Like this core is fine. Then Poppy. Poppy's a bit of a denial pick too. I do think Poppy, like, it has some value this game. My issue is that I don't know why they didn't take AD here. And I think this is where something like Ezreal does get pretty valuable. Because I know that Kaisa... Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Sorry. Ezreal's gone. My bad. I don't like how they don't organize Fearless, by the way. The way that we organized it was by role. And I think that no one's done that in terms of their Fearless UI. Having it by role makes it so much more legible. Why did they not pick AD here? Like, legitimately, you can play Jhin, it's chill. I mean, Kaisa has power in the Jhin at certain points of the game, but also you can just play for range, which is not bad. It's really supportive of this. You could Zeri. I mean, you can just slam... Like, it's enough to even just slam Xayah. I don't like Xayah as a pick, but you can slam the Xayah. I think the Ash 6 bans were really good from C9. Or, shit. From, Yeah, I mean, Poppy's good this game. My one concern is that I think that by taking the Poppy here, you actually do give them a winning angle in the bot lane with the Kaisa not. If you Kaisa, or if you Xayah, they take Rakan. Yeah, but then, like, I actually think that, like, Poppy A still has mad value there. And you can actually just take Nautilus to C9 and be fine. Yes, like, Naut gets melted, but you still have some value with the R, and you would counter Rakan. You can keep him out of fights. I'm definitely biased against Xayah as a champ. I think that Xayah does have a lot of value this game. I don't think Xayah is strong right now. And you're kind of playing... Like, I guess Poppy can help peel for you, but in theory, you're somewhat playing on your own. So I would rather... Like, I think the Jhin here and support counter would maybe make it better for bot lane, because I do think that this bot lane's winning, / can win. If you Jhin, you just play... I don't think Robo's playing Sion. Even if I feel like that's not terrible. Actually, no, I don't love Sion this game. I feel like you still get kind of... Can't really do too much here. Anyway. I agree with what Kaisa carrying the game, but that's why I don't love the Poppy on 4. It's a good denial pick. I feel like that's why they did it, right? Because Poppy into Vi Talia is fine. Hellfight if they Jhin. I don't know what Malphite and Bess is like. I think that Ambessa's passive is just too stupid. Anyway, it's Robo. They're going to Jax. I just don't love the Sedge first pick. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Standard lanes. I think the standard lanes are actually okay for route, and the Nautilus Kaisa should win this. This lane is better. Yeah, nice from Winsome. That's a bit of an oopsie there from Sven. Gonna get the pot. Dear Lord. Can we not do this? I think this is the right play. Damn, he can't. We'll put Thanatos. Alright, didn't have enough. I mean, at least they got stuff. They froze the wave. It's like, it's not terrible. It's really not terrible at all. This might be terrible. Okay, advantage Robo. They split XP. Robo's up. He's got a TP back if he wants it. He's going to play the next wave, then try and TP back. That's a little greedy. He's got no mana, but he actually got it because he's Jax. He's going to have to TP back to this one, but that's okay. Blabber's not here. Loud messed up here. Why did Jax go top and Kai'Sa went bot? Oh, I 100% agree. Yeah, Jax has TP. You just TP bot and catch. You just go. Yeah, I 100% agree. Good catch. I missed that one. It's late. Look! Hey, what's up, Greg? I 100% agree. If they swap the lanes here, it's really good for them. Yeah, Kai'Sa going bot's like an FF. Unironically. They would have gotten Kai'Sa like in a solo lane against an Ambessa that has really, really bad conditions. Jax is better in the 2v1. You have Prio for Grubs. Would have been a way, way, way better scenario for Loud. And Wiz is also, like, was reverse clearing to play towards Grubs. It would have been the freest Grubs on the planet. Because the Wiz reverse clear I liked a lot. He was going to go, he could have went, like, Raps, Wolves, Grubs, or Gromp into Grubs, or just, like, skip for Grubs, depending on the timings. Right? It was actually, like, would have really opened up the playbook. C9 also matched. I would say that, like, again, I think Ambessa, given how far behind Thanatos was and, like, having no resources, I'm more so okay with this from the C9 perspective. I know that the Grubs are more important, but you can't contest if you don't match, and if you did match, I don't know if you win that at level 6. So I actually think that C9 are signing up to drop here, which I'm kind of for. Because I do think this creates a better scenario for Ambessa, because she has to get resources. So I think C9 is saying it's worth to drop first Grubs to have Ambessa in the 1v1. I'm going to assume that that's the call that C9 made, which I don't necessarily disagree with. First Grubs are the best objective in the game, right? But at least they got something, and then... Yeah. That's bad. I'm going to assume that's the call to C9 mid. Or I will give them the credit. I don't know exactly what it was, but yeah. And Bessa in 1v2 top, it feels lazy. That's true. I will say that if we want to go way back in time, Winsome this is the right play from Winsome to make sure that his bot got the base off. It would have been split. I mean, even having Kaisa in the 1v1 against Ambessa would have been actually so much better here. They could have kept not bot. I guess not could have walked. Would have been walked late. Yeah. 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 It's split timing. I think that this is the right call from C9. I don't like their level 6 fight. I don't. I think that trading and then looking for number advantage fight later on is better for them, which they do. So props to C9. I actually think that's the right call. Nice. Thanks, Psycho. Thanks for chatting. It actually helped me pick up on a couple things. Can we flash? Like, why is this a charm start and not a hook start? I guess if he hooks, then Vulcan can, like, flash and wallbang or EM backwards. So, okay. I changed my mind. Good hover from Vulcan. Cloud is indeed doing things. I don't like the R from Wiz. I actually think that the chunk from Tinones is really good. The R from Wiz is what's really bad. Because they have nothing else in the tank afterwards. Like, Tinones is playing this fine. I think they have to play for chip damage. And really nice from Sven. Sven played... This is really nice from Sven. The Q and the E holding that to get the rip. Because he got the root into the W. That's really, really nice from Sven. Gold tint color they chose for the cross-conference theme? I think it's okay. It's different from the other logos. I mean, I cannot praise the UI enough for this year. Whoever made this UI, I will give them, like, I usually complain about UIs and scoreboards. I think that this is maybe the cleanest one I've ever seen outside of LCK. Like, whoever worked on this did a great job this year. I love how feats are represented. They fixed the Otacon thing. Like, the biggest change I can recommend is changing Fearless and grouping it by the role. I think that grouping Fearless by the role and, like, where champs are picked would be the biggest upgrade. But that's going to be a split 2026 thing. Yeah, we did that for NACL. Yeah, I mean, I think that when you get grub advantage, like 4+, then you should side. We're seeing a lot of grubs be traded. I think the biggest issue here is, frankly, that Robo is not in position to TP and join. Like, Robo should just be sprinting top here. The fact that Robo goes back to this wave is an issue. If Robo collapses in the mid, then it's a numbers advantage. You at least get a TP out of Loki. Instead, you're just getting fucking chunked by Talia for what? And this is nice from Loud. Like, that's a good pick. I still think that Robo should have walked up. Vulcan should have blocked the hook, yeah. Vulcan's been good this year, though. I can say a lot of good things about Vulcan this year. I think that him and Ayla, I actually do want to give a lot of credit to. I think both are playing much, 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 much better. I would not have W'd it. I think you have to eat it. Then again, you might have gotten one tap, so at least you can pop Aftershock that way. Walk up, take mid, then grubs after 3 people. Take first tower, yes. Yes, 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 yes. You collapse this in the top. Instead, he TP'd bot, and, like, they're still playing 3 lanes out of this. So this is, like, one of the few games where we're actually seeing a team get 6 grubs, and we're just playing 3 lanes. That's not how you play 6 grubs at all. I know that Psycho's Thin Uncle Phil pill, which is correct. You play 2 lanes. And if you want to play 3 lanes, the only reason that you play 3 lanes is to fix your map states and then collapse into 2 lanes with 6 grubs. You should be sending the gang up top. The fact we have 3 mid is so fucking illegal. Everyone should be collapsing into bot or top. And we're just going to AFK and play 3 lanes with plates up and get nothing for 6 grubs. It's really, really bad. This is not just an LTA South thing. This is like LTA North thing as well. We like Loki, Trespasser, noted C9 fan. Nice. All right, well, we got Vulcan this time. Yeah, I was not advocating for many NA mids. And I don't think C9 is going to roll the dice on Toasty, who is legitimately the mid I would have taken. Legitimately would have taken Toasty. Spyrex wasn't interested. To my knowledge, he's not interested in comp. Seen a couple good things from WoW this game. Again, just the fact that we're playing out 3 lanes, like with an Ahri too. Dude, like collapsing with Ahri. Like, if you send Sej Not in Kaisa into the Ahri lane, man, and start hitting the fucking turret, it's such a winning scenario. And we've already seen how Loud are able to group up and get picks. And they, like, the fact we're collapsing into mid for this is so illegal. We need to collapse into a side and actually fight for a turret. And we sack first turret with 6 grubs, man. It's so terrible. It's so bad. Again, like, I think Loud, the drafts that we've seen from Loud have been the best so far. I don't think that they had, like... These are winnable games, like winnable drafts they can play. They're just not playing their con at all. Yes, they can. Like, it's not like mechanically they're miles and miles behind. I mean, like, Robo's decent, you know? Like, 10 ounce is good. You can win games with 10 ounce. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I gotta say, this W from Wiz, it's not great, but I also don't see that one hitting the Drake. That's a little bit goofy. They should have had a better trap on Blabber there. Because I think that that's actually another really winning scenario. I don't like this hook from Ayla. Oh, dear lord. Or, shit, not Ayla, Winsome. Oh my god. This is a winning state for Loud. They just whiffed everything. Hook whiffs, charm whiffs, Robo doesn't get in. Phil should get a job in Brazil. Dude, he would actually save the fucking region. Yeah, they would. He'd be so... Like, he'd actually be so good for this region. I mean, Wiz is stuck. He used Q. Good punish here from Vulcan. I like what C9 does, but oh my god. This is such a winning scenario here. Outside of Loud or Route getting chunked, which like isn't even super egregious because he's going to get some fruit. Robo being in here unspotted and then like just not being able to execute anything with this is so bad. Also, I got to say, Robo should just start this, man. Like, I know that Blabber has the chance to react, but you can cancel VIQ. If he starts it, then the Sedge follow, that they would get, like, the clean double perma frost passive proc. Oh, Wiz doesn't have R. Wiz doesn't have R. Okay, never mind. You should still start it. I mean, it's a tragedy. And he Qs Drake and gets stuck. It's really bad. Oh my goodness. That's really bad. That's really, really, really bad. Can Winsome just not, like, R Vulcan here? And, like, can they not just, like, one-tap him? You could also R the Ambessa and, like, actually force Ambessa R. I just think that, like, opening with Hook here is really bad. And then Tinon's, like, launching this with a control ward in his pocket. Just drop the control ward and get... Or I don't think he didn't even approach, but it's so split. Loki's doing a good job in this fight. I will give Loki some praise. Like, Loki just holding Tinon's here is really good. But Loud not doing shit with this is really, 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 really bad. And greedy base. Greedy base. By playing the map better and more disciplined. I'm actually really tilted about the scrims conversation after watching this. Wins in a series in the cross conference. I don't know. I think that a lot of the issues, like the talk about practice, there's so many fundamentals that we can just learn from tape. No, C9 did not play good this game. I mean, like, I don't know what to say. Like, everything just fucking whiffed for Loud. Like, I think if they, like, watched tape and actually, like, found a way to play, like, a good idea of how to play the game. LTAS fans aren't discouraged. They're pretty discouraged based on, like, the tweet I had. A lot of fans interacted with it, which I actually really appreciated. I do like the fans a lot. They really care about their teams. Like, for better or worse. I love that. That's all you can ask for from a fan. The fact that, like, there are just so many things, like watching this review that are just not being done in terms of swaps, in terms of, like, how, like, wave, in Payne's case, not respecting tempo and taking too many waves. In, Lev's case, their drafts were just fucking egregious. In this case, just, like, not good swaps, not understanding when the grub swap for Loud. And then, like, I mean, just skill shots, like, whiffed. No, importing a better practice is not going to fucking work. This is stuff you can watch from tape and pick up on and, like, execute. And if teams aren't willing to lane swap in practice, don't fucking scrim them. Find a team, just find a dog team and force them to play the shit you want. If you're a pro team, you can always do this. Blabber flashes over the hook to get on route. Kind of lit. Ambessa follows. Thanatos has a monster fight. Route did his best. I like how Loki took down the wall. I think the biggest thing here for me is that Tinones is just not in the right spot and doesn't commit to the fight because his team's routed. I think Tinones almost needs to, like, preemptively R to try and get Loki off the wall. I don't know. Good trigger pull from Blabber. It looks like it could have been a little bit earlier. Loki got a lot of damage done here. And Sven just got a free fight. No one pressured him. Why did Robo go Stride Breaker this game? What the fuck? That's great that he likes Stride Breaker. Johnny does too. Cool. Have you read what Sterax does? And then you think about how Jax gets bonus resistances? Yeah. Dear Lord. Alright, we get another fight. I don't like how Route plays this fight at all. And this is a bad fight for Loud. Loud should never take this fight just based off of Route conditions. The only way they can take this fight is that they find Sven. Route has no arm. Yeah. I have no idea what Route's doing in this fight. Good flash from Loki. I don't think this fight's ever winnable. Unless you are able to get on Xayah, which Xayah not can, it's bad. No, but you got one more. Do you stay up late, wake up early to cast LPL? I unfortunately stay up late. I was on a good schedule, but I will say I was not feeling well today. So I got some work done around here with like that involved the move, but I also made sure I got some bonus sleep. My roommate and my girlfriend are both sick right now, so I'm trying to take care of myself. There's definitely something going around. All right, this he's DPSing the pink because they don't have any conditions to fight, but Loud decided to fight anyway. I actually blame Wiz for like queuing in. I really do. Are you going to the watch party thing? Yes. I need to get tickets for that though. Sick for about 6 weeks. Whatever it is needs to fuck off. That's brutal, Laser Fruit. I'm sorry. Alright, we're just gonna fucking brawl with Otacon. Goodbye, not. See you there. Hey, what's up, Respawn? Stop playing an idiot. Don't want to get bird flu. What about Azir? I mean, good use of Otacon, I guess. Don't have those kinds of hands. Me neither. I don't know. All right, GG, hooray, good job, C9. I'm honestly like of all the series I've been disappointed in, this one might be the one where I'm the most disappointed because I feel like Loud actually had 2 decent drafts and they just didn't understand how to play this draft at all. And, like they got 6 grubs, they did nothing. Their fights, they whiffed everything, doing nothing. Like, you have tools where you can guarantee engage the guaranteed plays, and we're not using Nautilus ult until, like, we're at a severe disadvantage in the fight. I just don't know. So, yeah, I was kind of bummed about this one. Well played, C9. I thought they played game 1 really well. Game 2, I actually thought Loud could have, like, had a lot of winning angles. C9 ended up shutting him down, but yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate everyone that watches these reviews. Follow me everywhere at CubbyXX. Likes, comments, and subs help the channel a lot.